welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to do a full face of new makeup. Now, I only have a few new releases. The rest is stuff that I've either recently purchased or I've had in my collection unused that I really want to try out and test out on camera. It's been a hot minute since I've done one of these videos, but I have my Golden Girl shirt on. Monkey has joined us, and I have my glass of wine. I know it's only Tuesday, but it's been a stressful day of wedding planning as well as work. So without any further ado, let's get into it. If you're interested in what wine I'm drinking, it's the Stella Rosa, the Rosso Lux. It's a higher alcohol concentration. It is delicious. I'm part of the Sweet Wine Club. It's a new subscription. Not really new. I think I have gotten 2 boxes. I think they've done 3. It just started this year. You get 3 bottles of wine every quarter. It's like $50. I think it's totally worth it. Each bottle is like around $17.67. So I think that's worth it for exclusive wine. Not all of it. Sometimes it's Stella, but I freaking love Stella. Nothing of this is sponsored. Dear God, no. They don't even know who the hell I am. So I do have the new ColourPop Land with Candyland collaboration. I've got the new palette. I also have the 3 Balms, the new gloss. I bought this on launch because I was sure it was going to sell out, and I'm pretty sure it's still available on their website. Also, if I'd have known, I would have only bought 1 balm, but a lot of people say that each balm looks the exact same. So keep that in mind. I also picked up in that same order the In a Trance in the Aura and Out palette because they're both pastels, and I've been super into pastels lately, and I'm like, yes, I need to try ColourPop's pastel formulation. The other new thing I have is the Luxie Beauty, their Butterfly Kisses collection. It's all this 4, and then these 2 right here. And the rest are all Luxie shadows, so I'm kind of interested to try those out. And then I do also have a few single shadows. So let's do eyes. I'm going to use the e.l.f. I believe this is like, I don't know, I think it's their only eyeshadow primer. It's like, it was $2. I think it's up to $6 now, or $3, not 6. I was thinking, as I was saying that, I was thinking of when e.l.f. used to be a 2 for $6 brand. Like everything was 2 for $6, and now look at it. I've been using the MAC Painterly Paint Pot for like literal months now, and I'm kind of sick of it. I mean, it's okay, but I have such oily eyelids that it just doesn't last the way I want it to. So I'm really glad I'm just using a different primer at the moment. I'm not forcing myself to use that right now. I did hit pan on it, so I feel a little bit better. I can't remember if I need to set this one, so I'm just gonna set it anyways. So the powder I'm testing out, or trying, I'm not going to test this out, I'm not going to do a wear test, is the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder in Translucent Light. Sorry, that was like awkward. I got this the last time Ulta Beauty did a 21 Days of Beauty, last fall, I think. I mean, that was pretty smooth and soft. Oh, that feels good. That feels nice. On my eyelid. I know I want to use either a Butterfly Kisses shade as my shimmer, or I really want to use this Essence Melted Chrome eyeshadow in Zinc About You. I've never tried anything from Essence, and Kelly Gooch talks so highly of them, and also Sharon from Shut Up It's Sharon, that's her YouTube channel. She recently did an Essence Best and Worst of almost the entire brand, if not the entire brand, which was super in-depth and informative, and I enjoyed it so much. And if you guys are interested, go check out her channel. I think she's phenomenal. I love her videos. I love her collection. She's been a recent find and a super gem on YouTube right now. I kind of want to go in with this shade because I've heard it's like melted metal. And I also have the Prismetal Chrome Eye Mousses from JCat Beauty. So this is the Candy Castle palette from ColourPop. I think it's so cute. I'm just gonna take Own Your Power in the In a Trance palette, and I'm just gonna pack this into my crease, kind of sweep it a little bit. We'll see how well this works. I probably wanted to use this on a white base so that it would really be pigmented. So how is everyone doing? With the whole pandemic, I have changed my wedding plans at least 6 or 7 times, like at least. It was originally 10-10-20 at Colin's grandparents' ranch. We were probably gonna have like 60 to 80 guests. It was just gonna be simple. Photographer, my pastor was gonna come in from my childhood pastor, flying from Oklahoma. You know, we were gonna get married, do the whole thing, maybe hire a DJ, maybe just do speakers with the playlist just running. And then the pandemic hit. Actually, let me back it up. And then we moved out for not that long, spoiler alert. And I started to realize that I couldn't afford a photographer. And then the closer it got to the date, the more I couldn't find a photographer that was local, and I would have to pay like so much per mile of travel. And that was just not an option. We decided we were gonna elope in May, go to Vegas, get it done, get it over with. Most of my family was gonna show up, and then we would do something here in Boise later. Well, obviously that didn't happen because of the pandemic. Vegas was still closed, so scratch those plans. So then we were like, okay, what are we gonna do? Do you want to just go to City Hall? So then we started to apply for our marriage license, and then we were like, no. So then we tried to find a different date, and then just nothing worked out, and then we just agreed that 10-10-20 was our date and that we should get married then. But then we realized, like, oh, you can't go to a courthouse because courthouses are typically closed on Sundays or on Saturdays. Anyway, so we've gone back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So then we finally come to the agreement that we're still going to do it at his grandparents' house. It's just going to be a nice ceremony, a unity ceremony. His uncle would marry us, like, forget pastor, like, it's fine. We'll just get some speakers, get lots of alcohol, and we'll just have a fun night. Then things fell through with his uncle, so now we're not doing that either. Then I found someone on Facebook in like the local wedding group I'm in for this area. They had posted that they're doing a micro wedding on 10-10-20. It was like the officiant, cake, hair, makeup, flowers, the venue for 2 hours. All of that was like included. Then if you wanted to add catering and a DJ, you could. So I added catering, I added a DJ. I've had to upgrade the cake now. Just different little things are getting upgraded, so it's getting more expensive, and that's a little bit stressful. It is what it is. My mom is helping with that. Okay, so we settled on this micro wedding. It's just, it is what it is. Like, that's just fine. For 2 hours, I mean, it's kind of a lot of money, but it comes with photography, it comes with a venue, it comes with an officiant. Then I had it on, like, the DJ and the catering, and my mom is helping me with that, so that's amazing. And the downside is we can only have 50 guests. So, planning a wedding during a pandemic, 10 out of 10, do not recommend. It's not worth it. But I hope it's going to be a fun event. And hopefully we can do something maybe just a little bit bigger later on. Okay, and then I'm just going to use this lightest shade right here. It's pretty similar. It looks different in the pan, but it's probably going to look the same on my eyes, but it might deepen this a little bit. I don't want it to go too dark. Yeah, so wedding planning, trying to figure out how much of my family's coming up, for how long, how many days I need to take off, what decorations I need to get ready, what else I need to pay for, finding Colin's outfit, the rest of my attire, including all of my somethings, and yeah, just making sure everybody's happy. And I'm not paying for an open bar. I paid for the venue, y'all can pay for drinks. If that's tacky, I don't really care. I'm paying for this pretty much single-handedly. Like, I like the way this is looking on this eye, but never this eye. I almost never like the way things look on my left eye. I don't know why, they just come out looking funky. I'm just gonna work this up and diffuse it out. You know, I think we're just gonna accept that this has gone blue. Go in with Transcend Dance. I'm just gonna go directly into my crease to give like just a little bit of dimension. I kind of like this. I wasn't expecting blue. Honestly, I don't know what I was expecting. Then we're just gonna take this J-Cat Chrome eyeshadow in the shade Dreamer. You can get these at Ulta. It's a literal, oh, Who recommended this? Oh, it's like shadow and Vaseline. Oh, I don't like that feeling. It's not like the ColourPop ones where you can like run your finger on it. Look at this. It like clumps and sticks. Oh my god, I don't like that feeling. It's pretty, but it's chunky. Why is it so chunky? I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. I knew these were creamy eyeshadows, so don't get me wrong there. Just didn't realize it would feel quite like that. It's like a putty. My brush doesn't even want to pick it up. Okay. I don't know what this is. I don't like it. I feel like it just needs to dry out just a little bit, maybe, and then I'll enjoy it. I'm just gonna stick it to the side without the lid on and hope that it dries out. Let's do this shade, I think. This is the shade Painted Lady. It's like a duochrome. Can you see that? I'll swatch it. Yeah, I like that feeling a lot better. It's like a purpley blue. You know, that could bring back some of the purple that I missed. It's like deep purple. Kind of shifts blue. We're gonna try that. I kind of want to try this with a brush. I know I literally just used a finger, but I kind of want to try it with a brush to just get a little more detail. That packed on that brush nicely. If you're curious to know what brush I use for shimmers that I personally think, well, it's the best I've tried so far. It's the BH Cosmetics number 9. It's like their, I think it's called Studded Pink. This is what it looks like. It's not quite a flat shader. You can see that it's nice and fluffy. Like, it's fluffy, but it's also flat. It's gorgeous. I love it. It's just perfect for picking up shimmers. Because I've tried like the Morphe ones and the ABH ones. When I say ones, let me show you what I mean. This is the Morphe M22. And I've tried the ABH, I think it's like the 18 or whatever. These, they're so synthetic almost that it just slicks off. This is like real, not real hair, but it's not as slippy, so it actually picks up the pigment. And I find that it works a hell of a lot better than this. So if you guys are interested, I like quite a few of the brushes in this brush set. I wish BH would stop doing brush sets, but we can only hope. Just to clarify, this brush set is called the BH Cosmetics Pink Studded Elegance 12-piece brush set. And it looks like the only place that actually has it in stock right now is called sleekshop.com. And they have it for sale for $29. If you want to look at it, I will leave the link listed down below so you can check it out. I don't really know. I've never shopped from this brand, so personally, like, I couldn't tell you if they're a credible brand. You might be able to find it if you dig a little bit deeper, but that's all I could find, unfortunately. I'm really sorry. I really wish BH Cosmetics wouldn't I wish they wouldn't discontinue their brush sets as often as they do, because I feel like when you find a really good brush is usually when they decide to discontinue it. So yeah. Personally, I don't know if I'd pay $29 for that brush set, but if you are looking, I mean, it makes them like, what, a little bit over $2 a brush. Still pretty affordable in my eyes, but to each their own. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks. You hear 2 dogs barking. One is our new puppy, and the second one is Dusty. Yeah. I have no explanation. So far, these butterfly shades are nice. I've only tried one, and I've dug my finger into another one on accident. But they're nice. I did finally make a Shop Miss A order, and I picked up their Pawpaw Wonder Blenders. And Part of the proceeds actually go towards protecting animals against abuse, which I think is really cool. So that's why these are more than just $1 each. I've heard really good things about these. So I bought the 6-pack because go hard, go hard, go home, or go hard, go hard, or go home. Is that really the phrase? I just wanted to say one thing before I go wet this. This is the size dry. And it is so soft dry. It has like an actual flat bottom. Probably, yeah, you can, like right here. It has like an actual flat bottom. That is so cool. It's now this big. Super soft. Holy cow, this is like soft as my bed. I love it. I don't have a new primer to try, but I have only tried this primer like 3 or 4 times, so I do want to try it again. It's the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. This is an expensive primer. I'm aware of how expensive it is. This was pondered over for like years, but I've heard it's really good for oily skin, and so far I like it. You know, it like primes, it fills in pores, and it mattifies like all in one. This is way too much. That's okay. A lot of people said they don't like it because it leaves a purple tint on their skin. It's because it has SPF in it. That is something to keep in mind. Yeah, this is like super silky smooth. Yeah, you can totally tell there's like a purple tint to my skin. That's fine. It doesn't bug me. This foundation was actually a recommendation from Kelly Gooch. It's the e.l.f. foundation. It's their Flawless Satin foundation. I did pick it up in the same shade she did because we're in the same shade in Naked Skin, which is 30NN, and that's a pretty good shade match for me. It's like a little dark, but I have gotten sun. It does not look like it. It does not look like it. But I have gotten some sun this summer, more than the last like 3 summers. So I'm thinking that this is gonna be an okay, just an okay shade match. It probably won't be the most perfect shade match, but that's okay. I'm not good at shade matching anyways. Okay, I'm gonna start with a pump. You know, that doesn't look like a terrible... I gotta go yell at a dog. Leave Monkey alone! Come on. Come on, Monkey. Come on. What? Oh gosh. Monkey's back. I had to let her in because her and Riley were getting into it. This is like not a bad foundation shade. I'm thinking I need another pump because it covered some stuff. I'm adding another pump. Every time I go to peel something with my nails, I'm like, I have tweezers for that. Yet what do I peel with my nails? Everything. That's right. She looks great on my forehead and above my eyebrows. Like, this is my problem area. I did just shave those off. Like, shave above my eyebrows today, so it's probably why it looks good right there. I honestly like that you can still see my impurities. For two pumps of foundation, this doesn't seem like it's cakey. It does say medium coverage. I would agree with that. It's medium. And then I'm going to go in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer in the shade Light Natural. I am so behind the game on this concealer. I know that. The reason why is because I got concealer crazy with ColourPop trying to shade match myself. Newsflash, still haven't successfully shade matched myself. Have like 8 tubes of it. Anyways, I got really gung-ho with that. So I have a lot of those. I have some BH Cosmetics concealers. And the concealers that I've been trying to work through for that are not cruelty free. So yeah, that's why I never tried this. I'm just not trying it. Again, this is a shade match that Kelly Gooch recommends. Her shade match. We tend to have like the same, if not similar skin tone. I know I can get away with whatever shades she uses. So yeah, this was another recommendation from her. Oop. That is... dark. This is so yellow. I really don't want to mix this concealer with anything because I want to see it on its own. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to set it. We're going to see how it looks. I have like the worst luck with concealer, it seems like, lately. I think Ulta is doing me the dirtiest, and I think they're discontinuing my all-time favorite concealer. It's the Ulta Beauty brand Full Coverage Liquid Concealer. It's also waterproof. My ideal shade is light cool, and I didn't realize that. And when I was in Vegas, I accidentally bought Faircool because I'm an idiot. So I just bought 4 tubes of light neutral because they didn't have any other shades online. And I'm honestly like trying to figure out if they are discontinuing it or maybe if they're just trying to get rid of old stock, because they did like a similar thing with the Flower Beauty foundation. They slowly put almost every shade on sale, narrowed it down, but now all 13 shades are back. So I'm like, fingers crossed they didn't discontinue it, because if you haven't tried that concealer, go to your nearest Ulta, pick it up. I mean, like, it's literally my favorite. Like, I'm scraping the sides of the first tube I emptied. Yeah, this powder so far is, like, honestly really nice. I'm just gonna jump off camera and do my eyebrows real quick so we can finish up the face. I will be right back. Okay, brows are on, but they're looking a little dark because I just ordered, like just now ordered, blonde brow products. And guess how long I've been a blonde? When did the pandemic? When did the pandemic start? In March. April, May, June, July, August, September. 6 months. I know, my eyebrows look a little crazy, but we're just gonna have to do with it. No, this isn't a slid my eyebrow. This is literally a scar I've had since I was like 8 years old. Okay, let's just finish off these eyes. I'm just gonna take the Bite Size Acai and then that like kind of periwinkle. This is a Morphe E62. Now I am slowly phasing out my Morphe brushes. I really like BH. I'm really getting into Sigma, which I know Sigma is expensive. But honestly, what I figured out is that if you use a good enough coupon code, I have Honey, so it automatically detects them for me, but if you have a good enough coupon code, affiliate code, anything like that, your brushes from Sigma are almost the price of Real Technique brushes. So for me, I think it's worth it. It's quality, they're really nice. I think BH makes good brushes. I found a couple good Amazon brushes. Real Technique has good brushes. e.l.f. has fantastic brushes. I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop Creme Gel Liner in Crybaby, and I'm just gonna line my waterline through. These are so incredibly creamy. Okay, and then I'm gonna take that same brush and I'm just gonna blend out any of the eyeliner that got on my lash line. So I literally feel like I've been filming for 10 freaking years. I'm on day 6 of editing this video. I talked a whole lot in this video. Like a lot. It's gonna be a long one. I hope you're prepared for a long video, because even I think it's too much. And I'm the one who filmed it. Anyways, you're only seeing about a quarter of the length of what this video was. Pretty sure it was like 3 or 4 hours of footage that I'm trying to squeeze into half an hour. Hopefully I can cut it down a little bit more than that. Filming me and editing me have to have talk, because this is crazy. There is too much wedding planning stuff to be getting done for me to be editing videos this long. I didn't even post a video last week, and it's now Monday the 21st. I haven't posted a video in over a week. I kind of want to go in with one of these ColourPop bombs before I do anything else. I have all 3. Peppermint Frost, Let's Chill, and Mr. Mint. Okay, we're gonna go in with the Peppermint Frost bomb. Smells minty. The tint is showing up on me. Let's go in with a little bit of Let's Chill. I don't like that. I don't like the tint. It looks purple. It could just be my shirt. It could just be the eyes I've got going on. I'm just gonna take that off. I have been wanting to try this for a while, especially because Kelly Gooch recommended it. It's the Essence Matte Bronzing Powder Palette. It's like their Sun Club. This is my all-time favorite bronzer brush. It's from Complex Couture, and it's their Press and Set, their bronzer brush. Oh my goodness. I thought this was like a weird shape, you know, for a bronzer brush, but it's kind of perfect. So I'm gonna go in with the lightest shade first. I don't know how pigmented these are. Oh, they're not too terrible. And I'm just gonna press it on And then I also go up here and I press it onto my little forehead. And then I kind of buff it back and forth. I'm just kind of explaining how I use this brush. And then I just kind of make little swirls. I'm just going to take just a little bit more and kind of fill this gap I've got right here. The lightest shade works. I would say probably pretty well on my skin tone. I know this is like the first time I'm trying it, but it kind of reminds me of the Fenty Beauty bronzer, and that's my all-time favorite bronzer. The rest of my face products are Essence. I also grabbed their new Mosaic blush. I got it in the shade 20, All You Need Is Pink. This is also in the BH Pink Studded collection. It's their number 3 brush. This is personally how I like to apply my blush. Almost like highlighter and then sweep it back. Just because I'm always red, like right here, so I kind of want it to be lifting. This blush is kind of glowy. I don't know, it's not like the most pigmented I've ever tried. It's probably like my ideal blush. Not super noticeable, kind of blends into everything. Kind of matches my skin tone with just a little bit of a flush. I love the pan design on this thing. I keep staring at it. But it's just so pretty. Like, this is such a pretty, unique pan, and it's only $3. It's affordable. And then with my ABH A23 brush, I think I'm going to go into this shade right here. This is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter Palette. I'm just going to highlight my face. Okay. I don't know what I was expecting, but it definitely wasn't that. I'm just going to do my go-to lips, then add the roller gloss over it. I take the BFF2 lip liner from ColourPop, and I'm just going to line my lips. I don't like to overline, but I have this like weird lump on this side of my mouth. It's not a lump, it's just not smooth. And then I take the Maybelline 920 Nude List. Not cruelty free, I just do that. I just blot some of it off and then I'll go over it with the gloss. On days like this, where it's kind of just looking like one color, I'll go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lipstick in the shade Naked. And I will just put a whole glob like this. Kind of rub it up the top, and then I'll just take a finger and tap just to kind of make it a little bit lighter. That's kind of the look I go for, so it just depends. Some days I do it, some days I don't. Okay guys, so I don't feel like finishing the rest of my face like with mascara. I'm gonna use my Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day in the Smell Scent Watermelon. I don't know why I literally got to the point where I needed to use this like maybe 5 times and it would be empty, and then I stopped using it. Does literally anybody else do that? Let's talk about some of the products, wrap it up. I'm not putting mascara on. I just don't feel like it. I cannot be bothered at this moment. There were a few things that stood out that I was like, eh. The ColourPop balms. I'm gonna have to keep trying these, maybe like without makeup, see what I think as a lip balm, how they are. This primer, I'm still not sure about. Still need to try it out. The concealer shade, just off. It honestly does not look bad now that I have like a full face on. I can see the yellow, but I don't think it looks terrible. I think it was just an initial shocker, so I think I like the concealer. I mean, it's not creasing on me like any more than any other concealer does. Like, you can see my creases, but if I just pull on my creases just a little bit, there's no settling in my fine lines, so that's a win. Oh, I didn't like that the In a Trance palette, that this shade Red Blue. It's supposed to be a purple pastel and it transferred blue on my eyes. This eye mousse from JCat, I think letting it just dry out for a little bit, it's not as kind of gloopy. It's definitely not as chunky now, but like, it literally blended away to nothing. I think it's honestly just my lighting. I would say with this, just let it sit out unopened for like half an hour and then it should be good to go. You know, it has to just be that one, because this one in the shade Frosty Foil, this one is a lot firmer, holy cow, and it goes on a lot smoother and more pigmented, so it might just be that shade. So I would just say be aware of that when you pick up maybe specifically that blue shade. I don't know if they're all like that, but that texture is completely different from this one. This one's a lot harder, and this one was literally like, you can kind of tell the difference. I had to move this one around more, and this one, it stayed pretty solid, so swatch things before you try them, I guess. I don't know. Everything else was good that I tried. I really like the Butterfly Kisses, this shade. These are only $3 a single shade. Beautiful. Highly, 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 highly recommend. I know I only tried one, but I mean, I think one is enough to just say yes. They do sell out quick, so if you do want to get your hands on those, keep a lookout for Lixie's Instagram and be on the ball when those drop because they sell out so quickly. I did like the e.l.f. bite size little quad. These are phenomenal. I know everybody is raving about these right now, but they really are good. I mean, I like this one probably the most so far. And I have tried 2 others. I do have 2 more that I need to try. The Cover FX powder I think worked really well. It's super smoothing. I need to actually test it out and see if it'll control my oils, but it looks really good. I think it works pretty well with the foundation and the concealer. The highlighter, holy wow, I was not expecting that. I'm so excited to have this in my collection. I'm gonna continue using it. The bronzer I think worked really well. I did only use, again, 1 shade in both, and I just think it did a really good job. A lot of people have said I wish that they would have just done 2 bronzer palettes like they did the 2 highlight palettes, because honestly I'm probably not going to get much use out of those 2 darker shades, but we'll see. I personally really like the Essence Mosaic blush. I like this shade because that's like the shade I'm into. The sponge, I think this was the last thing I didn't talk about. This is so soft and nice, and I like that the end is actually flat. And I love how pointed this is because I'm able to like really get it in. That's what she said. I'm really able to get into the nook and cranny of my eye and blend it out. Okay, so that completes today's look. I enjoy my eyes a lot. I've really been enjoying pastel and purple. I liked mostly everything, which I can't say that normally for a full face of everything new. Normally I can't say that I liked everything, so... or that I liked most of everything, if you've seen any of those videos. Okay guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe. I'll leave all my social medias linked down below, as well as the playlist I'm currently listening to on Apple Music. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!